yellow truck, bet they both gon' clear the scene. Watch me do 100 miles per hour when the light turn green. You know you can't ride with us if you can't show the bubble beat. Once you hit a revving on the engine, you know what that means. Red car, yellow truck, bet they both gon' clear the scene. Watch me do 100 miles per hour when the light turn green. You know you can't ride with us if you can't show the bubble beat. Once you hit a revving on the engine, you know what that means.
What's up, Mopar friends and family? If you been following me for a minute, it's been a second. All has been good. Hope all's been good with y'all. And if you're a new follower, welcome. But as the title say, got the n2mb two-step. Finally got around to wiring it up. I follow behind Modern Red Hemi. Saw a video he had, I think, a couple years ago, or it might have been earlier in the year. I can't remember how long ago it was. But I saw the video and finally just decided to try to, follow along and duplicate basically what they did. And I had to do some things a little bit different, but it worked. So let me try to speed up, the rest of the video, right? So, of course, you get the n2mb, which is just a little blue box. And it comes with a wire harness. The wire harness has 6 wires to it. So the 6 wires, I wrote it out before I did everything, right? So the black is going to be your ground. The orange is your coil power out. Yellow is where I picked up RPM. Let me go back. So let me just tell you how I did everything. So I'm going to show y'all this little brown wire I made. I can't really think of the order I'm going to do it in. Either I'm going to show you, or I've already shown you the little brown wire that I made with little splits, or I don't know how to word it, man. I'm not all technical like that, but what I did was I made them branch off. That one is one full wire in a loop, and then it just has branches off that's going to go to every coil, right? So it's going to be 8 little parts of it that branches off. So what I did was I laid the wire on top of the motor, went around to every coil, and that's how I knew how long to make it and where I wanted to kind of splice in, but not splice in, kind of just pull the sleeving or insulation, whatever you want to call that, the outer part of the wire, just pulling that back a little bit, and then putting solder, another wire there, and putting solder on it and connecting it to the coil. All right, so what up, y'all? So I'm gonna give this a shot, man. Let y'all see here. I'm copying off of what I seen Mac Built and Modern Red Hemi do. So this is gonna go, if I decide to go this route, this is gonna go to my coils. So it'll go to each coil. I gotta clip this off here, but it'll be here. 1, 2, 3, 4, jump across, and then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'll tap the power in to this one right here. So here's what I did. So you'll have, when you get your n2mb harness, it's gonna have the 6 wires, and the 6 colors will be black, red, green, blue, yellow, and orange. The red is where you're gonna connect the you're gonna connect that to that brown wire, one part to the end of that brown wire, basically. This here's the green wire, which is where you pick up signal. I'm gonna get back to that in a second. The blue wire, I got mine running to my accelerator pedal. Simple and easy. Just follow my wire. The yellow, where I needed to pick up the RPMs, I went off the crank signal. So I went off of the crank sensor on the back of the motor. Let me see. And then the orange was the coil power out. This is all those branches off I was saying. Those are going to go to your coils. So I snip on the coils themselves. There's 2 wires on the coils, right? And one thing matches on every coil. There's 1 wire that's the same on every single one. So I cut all of them. Alright, y'all, so check it out. So this is coming from the harness. This was just connected. like so. That to that. So I clipped the brown and the white. So I'm now going to take this. I'm going to go ahead and cap it off. So it's just going to be dead. I'm going to fold it over, put some shrink wrap, tape it, whatever I got to do. Cap it off. Not using it. It's done. Don't pay attention to this. This is when I was trying to grab a tack signal. But I got to get an adapter, so I'm going to wind up yanking that crap off. Anyway, so here's your actual connector. Here's the wire that goes to the connector, the brown and white. That's what I'm going to connect my little wire that I made to that right here. And I did that already on the rest of them. See there, there, there. Then I'm gonna jump it across, figure out how I'm gonna run it, but I'm gonna run it across. And then I'm gonna catch the brown and white wire here. I'm gonna pop this one up, catch the brown and white wire there. Figure out how I'm gonna get past these nitrous solenoids, but then here's the front. I'll pop this one and catch that one there. And that's how I'm gonna get my orange wire ran. So I'm gonna tap my orange wire into this one that I ran, either here somewhere or somewhere right in there, and go from there. On both sides. The very last one over here, when I cut it, the one that's coming from the harness itself, I tied that into the end of my brown wire. So now that brown wire has coil power coming in. And then to that wire, remember I said it goes around to every single coil. So that's the ones where I have another wire that's attached to it going to the coil. So I'm interrupting the coil feed. That's all you're doing. And that's the orange and the red. I already told you about the yellow. So I said I was going to come back to the green. So right now I got my green wired up to my fan. I got the electric fan. I got rid of that clutch fan, right? So having that green hooked up to my fan, I got to move it. But it's on the switch here. Only problem is, say I'm at the track, I got the fan going, sitting back in the harness, I can't reach that to turn it off. So if I'm at the line and I'm popping off, I can't turn it off. You get what I'm saying? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, I might keep it wired the same way because it's picking up 5 volts, which is the importance of this here. As long as you're picking up 5 volts and you're showing either an interruption or you're showing the 5 volts coming in, the n2mb will use that as, you can use that as clutch signal. So what I'm going to wind up doing is I'm just going to interrupt that wire. I always have my fan on. I'm going to interrupt that wire and put a momentary button in. I'm going to find some way. There's no way for me to really put it on my steering wheel. So I guess I might have to spend some money and get me a racing wheel. And then I had somewhere to put my button. So then I'll be able to hold it. Bam. And let it go. But I'll give y'all a little clip. Let y'all see how it works. What it sounds like. If you hadn't seen, I think I'd already put out a short by now. I may have already. But yeah, we coming along, guys. So as always, you know, stay with me. Walk with me. Peace.
Yellow truck, bet they both gon' clear the